This is the Valley Today.
We have new information on breaking news out of the Twin Cities this morning. A lockdown now over at an Eden Prairie shopping mall after police say a man shot himself inside a Scheels store. It all started around 7:30 last night. Officers responded to reports of gunfire and found a man dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
They say it's an isolated event, but there is no word on if the man brought the weapon into the store or if he used one from the store. The mall was on lockdown throughout the evening and shoppers were then forced to evacuate. Fargo Mayor Tim Mahoney is isolating at home after testing positive for COVID-19 last Friday.
He says he experienced strong symptoms at the onset, especially over this past weekend. Mahoney is continuing work via phone and virtual meetings.
1 minute past the top of the hour now. Let's get a check of the forecast and counting down the days of summer for some kids. Other kids waking up and they have to go to school this morning, Lisa.
Yes, it's back to school for Langdon area schools, and I know that some other schools started even last week. So students are back already and more are going back to school here. And you may run into something like this week as we are heading back to school. Fog. This is our view on the DOT cam in the Pembina area, up along the border area there on I-29 again. And you can see the road surface here, the lane lines there. That's about it. The rest of our view is obscured in fog. So Northern Valley really struggling right now. And in the Langdon area where we're heading back to school this morning, we've had some trouble with fog. Let's move up to the Northern Valley where the fog has been thicker. Right now, though, good news for you. We're at 4 miles right now. Let's hope we can keep this up, this improvement there. However, over toward Grafton, visibility is back down to near zero. Cavalier at 1 mile. Of course, we saw in the Pembina area just a moment ago, visibility is down. And in Roseau and Baudette, we're at a half-mile visibility in both of those locations. So it's going to be a foggy start for a lot of us in the Northern Valley, especially closer to the international border. The rest of us have clear skies. It's beautiful out there for a lot of places here to start off this morning. A couple of clouds down over by Ellendale, where we're closer to a system that's passing us by here this morning. So here's our view in Fargo. A little bit of haze I'm noticing on the horizon. So again, not everybody is free and clear from the fog, but a lot of places are doing okay as far as visibility being not hampering your morning. And here's a look at our temperatures right now. Upper 50s to some 60s. It's 59 in Fargo, 61 currently in Grand Forks. Jamestown is at 58. It's 63 in Bemidji, and Devils Lake is at 66. And here's a look at our planner. It's going to be a beautiful day. We're looking at temperatures getting into the low to some mid 80s here with more sunshine coming up. If you loved yesterday's weather, today's weather is going to be to your liking as well. And we're looking at wind that's very light out of the southeast, 5 to 15 miles per hour yet again, and conditions that will just be pretty nice. Now, there is one caveat here. You see all the way toward the end of our hourly planner at 10 o'clock, we've got a cloud showing up there. And that's because we have our next system approaching. With it will come a chance for some rain and thunder. So when I come back, we're going to talk about the timing of that. It may move in a little sooner for some of our western viewers here for later tonight. So this doesn't last. Enjoy it while you can.
All right, we'll do.
Lisa, thank you this morning. It is just about 6:04. 2 men are hurt after a domestic dispute in Bemidji turned into a fight with the deputy who responded. The Beltrami County Sheriff's Office got a 911 call just before 7 last night, and dispatchers could hear a man yelling and a woman crying.
Police say the man aggressively approached the deputy and immediately started fighting before the man was arrested. The deputy's arm was injured during that struggle. Then, while the suspect was being taken to jail, he repeatedly hit his head on the rear partition inside the squad car and had to be taken to the hospital for a cut on his head. 2 people are hurt, one seriously after a 2-vehicle crash that totaled a semi and a tractor in Sargent County, North Dakota. The Highway Patrol says the semi driver was distracted by something at his feet when he rear-ended a tractor pulling a mower on Highway 13 west of Gwinner yesterday afternoon.
The tractor driver was hurt when his vehicle was pushed into the ditch and then rolled. 52-year-old Christopher McFarland of Gwinner was rushed to the hospital in Fargo for his injuries. Troopers are investigating possible charges against that semi driver. He's 43-year-old Ryan Unterseer of Lidgerwood. Fargo police want your help finding 3 people believed to be involved in a shooting near NDSU from earlier this summer. It happened around 2 a.m. on July 17th in the 1100 block of 16th Street North. That's the neighborhood just south of the NDSU campus.
Police say after an argument, one of the three people may have fired a shot at people standing on a balcony, then ran off. Contact Fargo PD with any information.
A man with outstanding warrants is on the loose after getting away from police who were called about an assault. Officers got that call around 3:30 yesterday morning about a victim at a local healthcare facility who had been attacked. Police went to talk to that suspect, but he then took off running. A K-9 team was brought in to search near 45th Street and 9th Avenue Circle South, but they couldn't find him. The 21-year-old man has warrants for reckless endangerment and fleeing police, among other things. There's no word on how badly injured that victim is. A Grand Forks man is in jail accused of trying to sexually assault someone in a bathroom at an East Grand Forks movie theater. A woman was using the River Cinema bathroom Sunday around 11 in the morning when someone tried to get into the stall that she was using. Court documents say 37-year-old Jason Noy was standing in the bathroom with his pants pulled down to his ankles. He then grabbed the woman's wrists and told her that he had a knife. That woman fought him off and then ran out of the bathroom. Noy was later arrested and charged with attempted sexual contact. Police want your help this morning finding a missing 17-year-old from Fargo. Take a look at your screen. Daisy Doctor ran away from home around midnight on Sunday. She was last seen in the 400 block of 7th Street South in Fargo. She was rolling a suitcase and had multiple backpacks at the time. Anyone with information about her is encouraged to contact police.
Well, after months of legal discussions, the city of Fargo is now entering an agreement with a developer who they say defaulted on building 7 townhomes in the North Side Roosevelt neighborhood. The townhomes were supposed to be completed by last December, but company president Jim Rohrer says there were unavoidable delays because of supply chain shortages. Under the new deal, he's committing to completing that construction by May of 2023. If Rohrer fails to finish on time, the company could be fined $300 a day for each unfinished townhome, which would total $2,100 per day. The tax increment financing amount would be paid when the build-out is completed. At that point, the capitalized interest would begin to accrue, and Mayor Mahoney says the money will then go back into the neighborhood.
The first TIF payments will go to the planning department to be used in the neighborhood, and it offers the neighborhood some money for rehabilitation, which would go to the Roosevelt neighborhood.
Any penalties for non-completion will be reduced from the TIF. The new agreement has also stricken liability from unavoidable delays. Excessive noise in downtown Fargo is a hot topic these days, and a new city ordinance is limiting amplified sound from street performers to the hours of 6 a.m. to 10 p.m., including the weekends. People who don't follow that rule could face a $100 fine. The discussion of the ordinance sparked debate about pushcart owners, but city leaders say this amendment does not apply to them unless they use amplified sound while operating downtown.
Still to come at our Consumer Alert this morning, your mind may be on back to school this week, but travel experts say you should also be thinking about holiday plans.
And up next, we're taking a live look outside. Lisa Green will join us with the weather to plan out your Tuesday morning. We'll be right back.